Christy here with Make Every Day Colorful. Today I am wanting to show you what comes in our homeschool curriculum. We are currently using Sonlight. This is actually my second year using Sonlight, but I wanted to show you what comes in both of the packages that I've received so far. And sorry to hear like a lot of noise. It's like 4th of July, so there's fireworks going off like crazy outside. So anyway, so I'm going to show you the preschool package first, which is what we've already done last year, and then I'm going to go on and show you what comes in the PreK package. So I'm going to put a link down in the video comments if you want to check out the PreK package as well, since we have that in. Okay, so jumping right into it. So with the PreK package, one of the things you get is called an instructor's guide or the parent's guide. And in this guide, it just has the list of books, and with every book it has activities you can do, which I thought was really cool that they did that. There's no schedule in this preschool one. They just want you to read and teach a love of reading to your child, so it's just very basic. Just open this up, you can read whatever books whenever you want, however you want, and then you can do the activities after. And then there's a bunch of even like little tips and stuff for parents in here, which I thought was really neat. One thing I did do, because I'm kind of a schedule person and I wasn't exactly sure how to schedule all the reading, I went on Facebook and found a Sonlight Moms group, and it was a Sonlight like pre-K and preschool group, and they actually in their files had a pre-done schedule. Let me find it. So that's what I did. I printed out one of their schedules, and it just goes by the week, and it had like 3 days. So you only did 3 days of work in this schedule, and you and I added like a bunch of little extra things, like whatever we were reading, I would go and look in this guide and say, okay, oh, we give a mouse a cookie. We're gonna make cookies, okay. So I go and write that under, give a mouse a cookie, just so I kind of knew what I was gonna be doing that day ahead of time, instead of, and not that it would be hard to figure out. I mean, I would just have to look in here if I wanted to, but I'm just, like I said, I like to be like prepared. Okay, so the other thing that came with the preschool package was a family time Bible. And all of the stories in here, they're not very long. Like you can see in this one, I mean, this is it. This is the whole story. And you know, however you and your kids want to do your devotionals, whether it be first thing in the morning and then do maybe a Bible verse of the week, you know, that's kind of optional, however you want to do it. So here are some of the extra resources, and I think I forgot to grab my scissors. But okay, so it comes, the extra little resources for the kids, it comes with construction paper. And let me just show you the little scissors real quick, because I have them right here. These are the scissors. Sorry about that, I had to grab them off my counter. So these are the little scissors. This is a mix and match teddy game. Really cute. Comes with a bunch of teddy bears in a box, bunch of different patterns, colors, and you know, the kids can mix and match them, or maybe they can look and say, oh, well, this teddy bear has red on it. Let's find another teddy bear with red on it, okay? And they give you other ideas in here, like they were like, oh, you can even trace it out and make a sandwich with the shape of the teddy bear. So a bunch of different activities they can do with that. This one, Mighty Minds, my kids really like this. It comes with 30 different cards, and I think it's like 32 pieces, if I'm not mistaken. So obviously they just put the shapes right here, and then those shapes make this shape, and it gets harder and harder all the way up to stuff like this, like train or an owl. And these are what the little shapes look like. So it's just a bunch of little shapes. Really fun. My kids really enjoyed it. And then they could put all the shapes and make them fit into this thing. So that was another one of the resources. That's actually all the little extra resources they had with it. So going into the books. Okay. So this one is called Nana Upstairs, Nana Downstairs. It's a story about a boy who really loves his grandmother and she passes away. And that's one of the other things about Sonlight. They'll kind of tell you if they think it's going to be a sensitive subject that your kids may or may not handle well. You know, if you don't want to talk about death with your children yet. Noah's Ark, this one is basically just a picture book, and you go through and talk about the story. You see, it's just a bunch of pictures, and you kind of tell the story as you go. This one is called Our Animal Friends. We like Maple Hill Farm. I have a couple of Maple Hill Farm books, but this one's really cute. Like, it has, oh, these are the horses of Maple Hill Farm, and it tells you their names, and it tells you a little bit about them, and it goes on with dogs and chickens and, you know, just different animals. This book was one of my kids' favorites, Go Dog Go. My kids really like this book. It's a Dr. Seuss one, and I really like it because it teaches kids a lot of things. Like, my daughter now, every time we get to a red light, she's like, "Stop, Mom, it's red." Because, you know, right here it says, "Stop, dog, stop. The light is red now." And then it goes on like, "Go, dogs, go. The light is green now." And then it's just a bunch of different things like that. Like, it teaches them, like, up, down, and colors. Like, the green dog is over the tree. The yellow dog is under the tree. So they're learning, okay, green, over, yellow, and okay, you know, so they're learning about positions and colors and stuff. Okay, this one, I'm getting my tongue tied. The Usborne Flip Flap Body Book. Whew. This one's really cool. My kids really enjoyed this one, and my daughter, well, she just turned 4, but she was like 3, and she was telling other adults how food traveled through their body. And it has like the food, your digestive system, things you see, so the senses, and it talks about babies. So a couple different subjects in there. This one's a Hans Christian Andersen's Fairy Tales. Who doesn't love a good fairy tale book? I always love fairy tale books. Eloise Wilkins stories. This is really cute. It's a little golden book collection. I really like them. I really like the illustrations in them. They're very pretty, very bright and colorful. My kids enjoyed these stories. Another book of fairy tales. My first book of fairy tales. I always enjoy reading the fairy tales, especially as an adult now. It's like it brings me back. This was really cool. This was the We Sing Nursery Rhyme and Lullabies. And it even comes with a CD. And every day, almost every day, because there's so many in here, every week at least, you're going to be doing either a nursery rhyme or a lullaby. And my kids actually really enjoyed this. I didn't know if they would or not. And sometimes if we would get stuck on something, like if I was trying to read a nursery rhyme and it was kind of going over their head, because, you know, some of this stuff, I feel like you kind of have to maybe have a little bit of life experience to understand what they're talking about, or things that they maybe don't really use anymore. I was trying to think of one in particular. But anyway, so if we were reading a nursery rhyme and they didn't quite understand what was going on, and I just pulled up a YouTube video and showed them the nursery rhyme, and that really made them, oh, okay, I understand now. Okay, this one is George and Martha, the 35 stories in all. It's their Treasury. I loved George and Martha as a child. I was so excited when this was the Treasury. My mom still has a couple of their books from when we were little, but not all of them. So I was really excited about this George and Martha Treasury. Make Way for McCloskey. This is another good book. It has 8 stories in it. We really like Blueberries for Sal and Make Way for Ducklings in this book. This is actually Blueberries for Sal right here. Cute little stories. Some of them can be a little bit long, I'll be honest, so I would let my kids play with Play-Doh or something while we were reading some of these stories, but I thought they were really cute. Horton Hatches an Egg, another cute Dr. Seuss book. The Bee Tree. Now this one's really nice. This one's about a girl and her grandfather chasing a bee, and then all the, I'll say the country folk following around. They're all chasing the bee to find the beehive to get the honey. So that's a really cute book. This one was my children's favorite of all the books. It's the HarperCollins Picture Book Treasury. I actually did a video with one of the stories in here on my channel as well. It's called Pete's a Pizza. It was like I showed how to make it an interactive story. But all the stories in here, me and my children have read every one of these stories. I can't even tell you countless times, like countless. I can't tell you how many times we've read this. So if you actually even want to check that out, I'll put a link for that too, for the pizza, because I even printed out these little pizza things. So when we act out the book, that story, we can do that together. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna get to this last. Okay, another tall book of nursery tales. More nurseries. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Okay, this one is Mike Mulligan and More. This one has, a lot of the stories are kind of like about machines, like the steam shovel and the trolley. And then there's one about a house. Really cute little stories in there. That's by Virginia Lee Burton. Okay, this one, Ian and the Gigantic Leafy Obstacle. Another one that I would have had to, it's kind of long. So my kids would have had to have something to do while reading this, which is actually something they suggest in their instructor's guide. Instead of making kids have to sit perfectly still and listen to you, you know, they can be doing quiet work. They can be playing with Play-Doh. They can be coloring, you know, just something, as long as they're, you know, they're just in the room with you while you're reading. Okay, I'm going to show you these two and then I'll explain the last one. Okay, so these Richard Scarry, I fell in love with Richard Scarry books after I got these in. I actually went and ordered a bunch more Richard Scarry books. What Do People Do All Day? A great book. This book is just so detailed. Like, for instance, building a new house. It talks about everything. Like, they have to put the slab down. They have to build the frame. They have to put the wall sheetrock in, and then they have to paint the walls. So it has a lot to do. They even have the one, a mother's work is never done. It shows the things that mom does all day. So I know we can relate to that. Another Richard Scarry book, Cars, Trucks, and Things That Go, and it's about a pig family going on a picnic, and they go through the day, and there's like road construction, and so you see all these different vehicles, and you know, what's this one? Oh, this one's at a rest stop, and this one's by the train station. So it's very detailed, and then they have silly stuff on every page, like that makes the kids laugh. Like there's an alligator car, you know. But then there's real vehicles on here too, you know, like a milk truck. Okay, the last thing I'm showing you, and the reason I'm showing you this last, okay, this was Poems and Prayers for Very Young. This is what we got with our curriculum this year. It's cute, a bunch of little poems and prayers, but they did just change it, so I printed it out to show you. This is what you're gonna get if you order the all subjects package from Sonlight for preschool, a children's treasury of nursery rhymes. I'm sure it's another great book, because all their books are great that they pick out. I really do enjoy all of these books. So that wraps up the preschool all subjects package with Sonlight. If you want to check out the pre-K one, just click on the link below in the comments to check that out. And thank you for watching, and I hope you subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of videos with like interactive videos with my children, with books and everything. I'm still working on it. I'm still kind of new, so I'm slowly adding things, but I have a lot of ideas in my head, so I hope you subscribe so you don't miss out on any good videos and ways that you can help your kids learn through fun, okay? Well, thank you for watching, and you have a blessed day.